Hello everyone, my name is Zachary Homer. I am a senior at Texas Tech University. This is a summary video for my research proposal topic. Within my topic I asked the question, does psychological stress affect physical performance? My project is broken down into multiple sections, including an abstract section, literature review, methods, results, discussion, conclusion, and a reference section. The reason for selecting this topic is because, like anyone else, I've experienced stress day in and day out in my everyday life. I've had many ups and downs throughout my life that have then affected my physical performance. Typically, I'm an active person. I try to work out about 4 to 5 times a week, but the last few years have been very tough in regards to physical, family, and personal stress. Therefore, it resulted in a decline of my physical activity. I've searched Texas Tech's online database of journal articles using the keyword phrases psychological stress and physical performance. Many people attribute their lack of motivation to exercise due to the level of stress they are experiencing. Examples of stress could include personal stress, family stress, just overall life stress. Stress inhibits an individual's natural ability to effectively function and complete daily tasks. Examples of stressful events could include working, running errands, social interactions, etc. One article I found particularly interesting was conducted by Takemura Kikuchi and Inaba, written in 1999. Their study focused primarily on psychological stress and it causing an improvement to physical performance. The purpose of their study was to decide whether or not psychological stress enhances performance and to determine whether a certain type of personality trait improves physical performance due to an increase in psychological stress. Within their experiment, it was found that in the high anxiety trait students could run faster when faced with higher levels of stress. Students ran a 50-meter sprint test 0.20 seconds faster than the other students in the low anxiety trait test groups. Moving on to my methods section, I included a hypothetical experiment. I included 50 collegiate-age American basketball athletes consisting of both 25 female and 25 male participants, totaling 50 participants. I wrote that the IRB approval was given because the experiment involved human test subjects. For my materials, I used the state trait anxiety inventory in order to determine personality traits. Blood pressure was measured using an automatic blood pressure machine, and the pulse rate was measured using a watch-size heart rate monitor. For my procedures, participants were divided into 2 groups, 25 male and 25 female. All the students were tested during preseason training, again 6 weeks later during the midseason, and once more following the final game of the season. Testing consisted of measuring and recording pulse rate and blood pressure before a 400-meter run and again 15 minutes later after the athletes had time to rest. The paired t-test was used to compare the mean percent pulse rate, and I used this formula for the paired t-test. The t-test data found that the athletes' perceived level of stress went up as the season progressed. The paired t-test data showed a significantly higher percentage of the improvement of participants in the high stress, high anxiety students compared to the low stress, high anxiety students. I created a table that showed differences between the high stress group and the low stress groups of the high anxiety trait participants. Also found in the table are the results of the high stress groups and the low stress groups and the differences between the two. I also created a graph that compared the time of the 400-meter run between the high stress group and the low stress group of the high anxiety trait students. The purpose of this project was to determine if psychological stress affected physical performance. Within my discussion section, I also discussed limitations and recommendations for future studies in this area. Some of the limitations in this study resulted because the increase in pulse rate may have been caused due to other factors besides psychological stress. Examples of external factors that could have played a part were what could have been lack of motivation, personal external stressors outside of the observations could have been family life, problems, social influences, etc. For future studies in this area, I recommended that it should be used a larger sample size. in order to obtain more accurate results. Also, a big one would be taking athletes from several different sports, such as soccer, football, or basketball, and implementing the same activities that would also result in more applicable results. In conclusion, psychological stress can increase the physical performance of certain athletes. Athletes who have more of a competitive personality may perceive stress as a personal motivator in regards to physical performance, while others may perceive stress as an inhibitor. However, no matter how you look at stress and the effects it has on physical performance, it has either a positive or negative effect. Within my reference section, I listed all my references that I included in the research proposal. It consisted of 20 articles used in my literature review section, the book references that were included in my methods section, and the references regarding where I found the equations that I used for the Perry-T test, which were located in my results section. Thank you for watching my overview of my project. I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to thank Professor Pinar for all the help she's given me throughout the semester and with completing this huge assignment. Best of luck to everyone else, and thanks again for watching. Thanks, guys.